Welcome to the brand new edition of the Motivational Platform that comes up with a Homeland TV, CKA, the pride of the African continent. With me, Tony Michael Howard, your Pan-Africanist and social justice practitioner. And for today's edition of the Motivational Platform, I am here to remind the Gambian populace of their Gambianness. It is important to note that in as much as we come from different backgrounds as Gambians, I say we, you see myself as a Gambian from the Pan-African perspective, because Africa is our continent. This is a continent that belongs to all of us. So if you see me getting myself involved, you should understand where I come from. And as much as we are different as Gambians, different tribes, different religions, different regions of the country, and different orientations and what have you, but you must understand that if you live in this country, you live in the shoes of the nation state, for any nation outside here, if you look at a passport, you do not see Sarahule, you do not see nationality Wolof, you do not see Mandinka, you don't see the tribe, you see nationality, Gambia. So it is important that on your daily basis, as you do your normal daily activities, you must understand that there is a need to promote the Gambianness in you. And the simplest way to realize that the spirit of unity has to be promoted between and amongst all Gambians is to go to your national anthem, which is going to be highlighted today so that you understand where you are getting it wrong as a people, so that you are reminded of the fact that the spirit of unity, the spirit of love, peace, and togetherness has to be revitalized as a people. Using the Gambia as a case study for the rest of the African continent, the national anthem says, "For the Gambia, our homeland." And I want you to take note of the possessive pronoun, our, O-U-R. For the Gambia, our homeland means the Gambia as a state belongs to all Gambians, irrespective of the different tribes and the different regions, whether you are rich or poor. The nation belongs to everyone. So you must be able to open your mind and show love. Humanity is the key. Respect the values of the next person, regardless of the fact that you have a high social status or a financial status or political status. It is not important. What is important is the Gambianness inside of us. Very important. And you say, we strive and work and pray that all may live in unity, freedom, and peace each day. Each day. That means every day that breaks, our hope and conviction that we should work towards creating an enabling environment where every single Gambian can peacefully coexist with the next person in the spirit of unity, in the spirit of freedom and peace. Because that is the only thing. Because like I said in most of my speeches, whether in Gambia or Mauritius or Liberia or Sierra Leone, I say that no nation has a right to discuss economic growth in the absence of political stability. And the only thing that makes a nation stable politically is if the people in that nation understand that it requires the collective combination of effort for the progress of that nation. If you're not loved, if you don't have the values for humanity, if you do not respect the values of the next person, that nation cannot grow. So every day you must strive and work and pray that everyone, every single Gambian lives in unity, freedom, and peace each day with the next person. It is very important that you understand that. One important line that says, let justice guide our action towards the common good. Let justice guide our action. When you're behaving, you must put yourself in the shoes of the next person. Every single action that you want to portray or conduct, you must ask yourself a question like, if I were the person who is on the receiving end of this very action, how was I going to feel? What would have been my position? And what is the positive resultant effect of what I want to say to this person? This treatment that I want to vent on this person, if I were at the receiving end of it, how was I going to feel? You must be a man of justice or a woman of justice, respect the policies and laws, so that when you treat the next person, you put yourself in the next person's shoes. That's what it means by let justice guide our action towards the common good and join our diverse peoples to prove man's brotherhood. One of the greatest religions of the world is humanity. As though it is not an official religion, but humanity, love for the next person, fairness, judicious distribution of the national cake at the governmental level. Even in our homes, we must be judicious in our judgment. Treat people fairly with justice. That is what it says. It also says we pledge our firm allegiance. Our firm allegiance. What is to pledge your allegiance? Allegiance is a support, is your loyalty, is your respect, is your value, is a commitment and due diligence to your state. Every single Gambian has a binding responsibility to protect the integrity of the state, to defend the state. How do you protect a state? By being a respecter of the laws, the national doctrine, the constitution. Not because you have a brother, you have an uncle who serves as one of the ministers of the state, or your father is the president, Adam Abar, or you have an aunt who serves in a key position in government and you feel that you are above the law. No. When you pledge your firm allegiance, you have pledged your support, your commitment, and due diligence to show that Gambia grows. And the nation cannot grow when we have people who act or behave as though they are above the law. It doesn't work that way. We must understand that for the nation to progress, it requires collective combination of effort from every single individual in terms of our behavioral pattern, in terms of how generous and liberal we are to the next person, in terms of how tolerant we are to the next person's religion, the next person's cultural beliefs. Even though that is not your culture, that is not your belief, that is not what you know, that is not your tradition, but be a respecter of the next person's faith, be a respecter of the next person's values. That is the Gambianization policy that speaks about oneness, that speaks about unity, that speaks about peace and freedom each day. It says, keep us, O God of nations, to the Gambia ever true. How is it possible that the heavens keep us? It starts with us. We must understand that we were created and endowed with talents, with qualities and ability, and with, most importantly, with a reasoning pattern, head on our shoulders, to know right from wrong, to know that if we expect to have the longest lifespan, if we expect to have a peaceful society, if we expect to have a progressive Gambia, if we expect to have a coordinating Gambia, a competitive Gambia, there must be respect for the rule of law. There must be respect for the culture of our state. There must be respect for the elders. There must be respect for young people. There must be the spirit of that unison at all levels. Even if the person comes from different political party, they come from different religious background, cultural background, but you must understand that your common denominator is the Gambia. This is the only nation that you cannot be deported from. So it is important you promote it. And remember, every year from the 15th of October to the next 6 months, it's a tourism season in this country, one of the backbones of the nation's economy. And why do you think that tourists from all parts of the world run to your country for visitation for holiday purpose? It's not because the Gambia is more beautiful than all other nations. No, there is something called a pull factor. It's the peaceful nature of Gambia, the peaceful nature of Gambians. That is the singular reason for which tourists from all over the world and other non-Gambians like myself find it comfortable to stay in your nation. So it is important you keep that spirit alive and well so that you remain one of the strongest, one of the peaceful and beautiful nations, not just in terms of architecture, but the lives of the people, the values that define the people of Gambia. Remember, for the Gambia of our homeland, we strive and work and pray that all may live in unity, freedom, and peace each day. Let justice guide our actions towards the common good and join our diverse peoples to prove man's brotherhood. We pledge our firm allegiance, our promise we renew, the promise to support, the promise to defend, the promise to love and respect one another, the promise to tolerate one another's culture, religions, and values. Keep us, O God of nations, to the Gambia ever true. This is Tony Miguel on a motivational platform on Homeland TV, seeking the pride of the African continent. And we love you so dearly. For the Gambia, ever true. If you like, follow us.